See, I have a new identity crisis at least once every 3 months, but I don't think you can really blame me because I grew up in Florida. That entire place is just one big identity crisis. I mean, it's the only place in America that you have to go north to reach the south. And if you go south, you're basically in an entirely new country. But when you grow up in this environment, you don't realize the weird things. You don't think anything's off about it until you start telling stories about your childhood and you get those looks. Yeah. See, one of my favorite stories to tell, like the story from my childhood that really makes me feel like the most badass version of myself, is when I was in the 3rd grade. See, we went on a trip to the Everglades, which is this giant wetland marsh area with like alligators and crocodiles and snakes and about 8 million other creatures that are trying to kill you at any point in time. And they took a bunch of tiny 3rd graders there, and we went in about knee-deep water to catch tadpoles. And me, being the overachiever that I am, noticed that with all the splashing of all these little kids in one area, the tadpoles were just like scattering around because they were scared. So I went off to where it was empty to go catching these little tadpoles. And I didn't notice that I was getting deeper and deeper into the water until one of the counselors came up to me and she was like, "Hey, sweetheart, you know, you're getting a little deep there. Why don't you come over to the rest of the group? You just stop." I looked around. I was like, "You just gave me 2 very conflicting instructions. What am I supposed to do?" So I just kind of freeze there, and she's dead. Her face is like pale all over. She looks me dead in the eye. She goes, "Lower your net into the water." Okay. Lift it up. Got it. I can do that. Water moccasin. Yep, one of the most poisonous snakes in Florida. Right there in my little 3rd grade net. See, I tell that story all the time because I think it's really funny. My mother does not think it's funny. She actually thinks of that as one of the things on her list of things that make her a terrible mother. But you know who hates that story more than my mother? People who did not grow up in Florida.